Right, so let's talk about the striking positioning that Barcelona needs to make for next season. And right now, it's a thing of concern because we've lost a fantastic poacher in person of Robert Lewandowski, for which I feel is very, very difficult to replace because of the number of goals that Lewandowski gave us in the 4 seasons he spent with FC Barcelona. And, uh, Lewandowski was the next best thing that came to Barcelona after Luis Suarez. We always have all these high-profile strikers that always give us beautiful goals, the likes of Samuel Eto'o, the likes of David Villa, a little bit of Ibrahimovic, and a little bit of Thierry Henry, who came to play for Barcelona and did fantastically well for us. But right now it's a thing of concern because the player in which Barcelona is trying to get is in person of Julián Álvarez. And from the very beginning, before Álvarez joined Atletico Madrid while he was still playing for Man City, I knew that the striking problem was going to be a problem for us. And Lewandowski was already aging, and at some point we will need to sign a striker. In my mind, I was seeing Julián Álvarez as a kind of striker that can play for Barcelona because he can drop deep, he can move the ball, he can press, he can give us goals and all that. But eventually, Atletico Madrid bought Julián Álvarez. And right now, he has spent 2 seasons with Atletico Madrid. He has not won any major trophies, even though his season has been sensational. But Atletico Madrid are a very, very stubborn side, and they do not want to sell to Barcelona, who they consider to be one of their rivals when competing for the league. Even though they have like a 20% chance of actually winning the league, or is it 20% chance? Let's just say 5% chance of actually winning the league. They still do not want to strengthen a rival in person of FC Barcelona. And for Barcelona, going into the new season, I feel that Hansi Flick has really, really tried for us, by winning major trophies in his 2 seasons, with the exception of the Champions League. And it's because we lack that squad depth and we have that biting force in the attack. That's why it's very, very difficult for us to actually go through the line in the Champions League. And the year we almost made it to the final, I think in the 2024 final, we were spectacular. Massively, boys were spectacular, but we lost out to Inter Milan 4-3 after extra time, and that's because our star striker Robert Lewandowski wasn't fit for that game, even though he had to come in later on, declaring fit, and then we lost the likes of our two wing backs in person of Kunde and Balde for that game. So we really need a striker this season, and I'm not going to take it away from Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres, we don't give him all the praises that he gets. We criticize him a lot, but he's a striker that can give you at least 20 to 22 goals a season, which is fantastic. And it's important to also always mention that Ferran Torres is not the regular starting striker for Barcelona. He always comes up from the bench most of the time, as a substitute for Robert Lewandowski, and still gives that kind of number. So this season, we might likely go into the season with Ferran Torres because it's very, very difficult to buy the kind of striker that fits the profile for Barcelona. While we as fans, we have different preferences of the kind of striker. I feel if we don't go for Julián Álvarez, we can go for Victor Osimhen, my countryman, who will, turn up greatly for Barcelona. He can give us that pressing and he can give us that goals. In terms of goal scoring, I feel it's better than Julián Álvarez. And in fact, in terms of goal scoring, I can put him in the pedestal of the likes of Erling Haaland and the likes of Kylian Mbappe and Harry Kane, who are the top 2 strikers in the world. I can put him, closely there because if he plays for a high-profile team like Barcelona, I can guarantee you Victor Osimhen will give you at least 50 goals. And what do we need? We need the goals because it's goals that actually win game. So going into the season, I'm seeing reports that going into the season, Barcelona might not sign any striker. It simply means that Hansi Flick wants to make do of the wingers that he bought in the likes of Anthony Gordon and Karim Adeyemi. Do you understand? So he might actually play them more or less like a false 9 position, should in case the Ferran Torres striking partnership with the rest of the wingers does not yield the necessary fruits that Barcelona desire in the striking position. But I feel we might try, we might see how the season goes, but with the likes of our rival fans strengthening themselves, it will be very, very difficult for us to compete if we don't get the likes of Julián Álvarez. But at the same time, it's not really a smart move if we do not get the kind of striker that the board or the management actually want for us to actually compete. And like I said in my previous video, any player that is coming to Barcelona has to fit the profile and the style of play for Barcelona. So if Barcelona is not going to sign a striker this season, if Barcelona is not going to sign Julián Álvarez, who do you think Barcelona should sign? And do you think Barcelona can go into the season with Ferran Torres leading our striking? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you. God bless you.